up, it's Meezy. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, even if you're old here, today I'm starting a new series. It is going to be called Tech Love. I'm starting this because I have a lot of things to say. Like, these are just going to be my more chatty videos that do have to do with like being in the technical industry, or working as a software engineer, or just in the industry in general, but they're not like the code videos or the product reviews or whatever. I'm just giving this a name. I'm giving this genre a name. And some of them will be tough love videos, because as much as I do love spreading positivity, I hate negative, what is it called? Not negative positivity, not false, toxic positivity. I hate toxic positivity, and so I want y'all to know, like, not even the bad, but the reality. Like, everything is not unicorns and rainbows. And so Tech Love is going to cover a lot of that kind of stuff and just a lot of things that are going on in the tech industry. So let's dive into today's episode, which is all about the rise of work in tech propaganda, I guess. So the first thing is that I feel like 2 years ago, maybe pre-pandemic, if you saw a video with the title of like how to get into tech, how to break into tech, how to transition into tech, you could trust that it was going to be like something that was some pretty good tips, pretty good advice. And I feel like these days, that is not the case. I feel like how to get into tech, how to break into tech, transition to tech, all that stuff, I feel like that is now clickbait. I don't even like the phrase anymore. I don't like to use it. And I don't even trust anything that I see with that anymore. And of course, y'all know I already have a job. I've always been in a technical space. I got my degree in computer science, all that kind of stuff. So I never needed to transition, but I always liked to watch those kind of videos just to see what, beginners were looking for, because, I'm not a beginner anymore. I'm a big girl now. But I like to watch different types of things, see what people are talking about. And there could be a topic in those videos that, like, I feel like it was nice that they brought it up, but I want to expand on it, that kind of stuff. And now when I watch the videos, first of all, they all say the same thing. Like, they all have this super general, like, not even that helpful information in it. If people are allowed to make the same video, it happens all the time. And people will give different takes on things when they do the same video. But to me, break into tech, how to get into tech, all that stuff is becoming very monotone, all the same. People are watching each other's videos and just repeating what they heard. And I think the creativity there has been lost. All right, so the other thing I want to hit on, so that I don't sound like a hater, is that I understand why people want to share their experiences, and they're really excited about talking about what it's like to work in tech. I don't even like that phrase anymore, but we'll get to it in a second. When people get these jobs at these really high-paying companies, their whole life changes. They go from like waiting until they get paid to do something or buy something, or pay bills, whatever it may be, to like not even checking their bank accounts anymore because they're good. Like just buying literally anything and not having to worry about it. Having free insurance that's really good. You don't have to worry about spending a whole bunch of money on, whatever medical things you may have. You get a super high salary most of the time. You get awesome perks, like, a flexible work schedule. Your company will typically like pay for you to go to the gym and, that kind of stuff, well-being, free therapy. At some jobs you get free food, depending on where you are. Like, just a lot of benefits, and it's a whole new world for a good amount of people. And so they want to share that, and I'm not knocking them for that. I think it's awesome. And I like people sharing that stuff. One, because now companies are going to get a little bit more competitive. We all know what's going on. But two, I'm just nosy, so I like to see. And so I think that's great, all right? I'm not knocking that. Obviously, I share my experiences too, so I don't think anybody should not be doing this. I do, however, think that with the rise of popularity, right, it's clear that specifically on TikTok, how to get into tech content is being pushed to the top. And it's clear that if you talk about that you will be more popular, you'll get more views. And that has led to people who I feel like are just trying to get clout talking about this. They're not putting any love and care into the videos. You don't have to help people when you post videos on the internet, but if you were posting about like how to get jobs and stuff like that, I feel like you want to help people. But if you're just giving like baseline information, that's fine. Your information will get better with time. What I don't like though is incorrect information, because that means you didn't even go and like do the research to make sure that what you were saying is right. So one consistent theme around all these how to get into tech, break into tech, transition into tech videos is that they love to say that you don't need any experience, you don't need a degree, you don't need any certifications, you don't need any type of technical skill. I'm not sure why anybody is taking that seriously, because if you use your brain for a few seconds and think about it, why would that work? How would you get hired? And let's especially say this about the FANG companies, because that is what people are showing off. FANG is Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google, Microsoft, all the like really big tech giants. Why, when they have people knocking their doors down to even have the chance to interview, why would they hire somebody with literally no skill? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not sure where that came from. I have a theory about where that came from. I feel like people got these jobs, they get a little bit of imposter syndrome when they start working, and so they say that they have no skill, and they start telling other people that they don't need skills to get hired. But the truth is, these people have some form of skill, some form of transferable skill. They're not starting from zero. Now, granted, there are entry-level positions that don't require you to have an immense amount of skill. If you don't need to be an expert, and maybe you don't even need to be, mid-level. But even with a good amount of entry-level positions, you need some type of knowledge around that role, right? So specifically for software engineering, we hire entry-level people. We don't expect them to have experience working in a professional code base. We don't expect them to have experience working with a team, but we do at least expect them to know something about software engineering. So whether that is through being self-taught, whether that's through college, a boot camp, whatever it may be, you need to have like some type of general knowledge so that, we can build off of that. But even for entry level, right, you can't just not know anything. It's not realistic to say that you need no experience, no degree, like you have to have something to even get you in the door. I'm not sure why people are spreading this. It's not honest. It's not even close to honest. It's very much a lie. And then like maybe you can get a job in tech, but you're not going to get a 6-figure job not knowing anything, not having any skills. That's just not how anything works. If it was that easy, people would have been doing this for years. There would not even be this sudden boom of like talking about tech and, getting people interested in what you're doing, because there would already be so many people doing it. Like it's just not that simple, and they're not showing the work behind what it takes. And I think part of it is that people like to make these really positive videos and be like, yeah, you can do this too. I did it, blah, blah. And so they kind of neglect the part of the journey that's like, okay, I did all of this work. I stayed in my house for a whole month and just studied. I studied for 8 hours a day and didn't do anything with my friends. Like that is definitely part of getting these jobs. It's not just apply, get an interview, and go. I'm sure a lot of people have experience that when they apply, they don't even get an interview. So yeah, that part of it I just really don't like, and I think that we need to be more honest about it. All right, so these next 2 points, I want to wrap this video up, so I'm going to put them together. There's 2 things that I think that as a consumer, as somebody who's watching videos, there's 2 things that you can do to make sure that you're getting good information and that you know who you are dealing with. And the first one is just to vet your resources. Do not charge people up, but just, first of all, you can go through their old videos and stuff. How long have they been talking about working in technology? How long have they been giving out tips? Have their tips progressed? Have they progressed in their role, right? Like you can just look at all their old stuff and see how it's built up over time. If you go back and look at my first YouTube video about like getting jobs or like interviewing as a software engineer, it's not as great as the ones that I put out now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's evolved. My tips have got better. I've started interviewing people, so I know more about what it's like from the interviewer side, like stuff like that. The other thing you can do is just ask them questions, right? If you go through their video log, if you go through, their Twitter feed, whatever it may be, and you can't find maybe what year they started working in the industry, or you can't really figure out from all their videos, what do they actually do? I think that's a perfectly fine question to ask. A lot of people are not answering the question. A lot of people are avoiding the question of what they do. It's very strange to me. I think a lot of creators who are truly trying to help people, or even if they're not trying to help, they're just trying to give out information, they will at least tell you like what their job title is. They might not tell you where they work. They might not tell you exactly what they work on. I think it's fine to, keep those things to themselves, keep them private, but they'll at least tell you like what they do and their general job duties. And so that leads me to people are asking questions to people who have not done what they're trying to do. They're asking for directions from people who have not been where they're trying to go. All right? It doesn't make sense. Why are you in a software engineer's comments asking how to become a PM? You know what I'm saying? And I understand they all fall under the tech umbrella. But if there is a huge community of PMs, why not go ask the PM, right? And vice versa. Why ask the PM how to become a software engineer? Why ask somebody who went to boot camp if a college degree is worth the time, the money, the experience, right? You should ask the person that went to boot camp what it's like to go to boot camp. Find somebody that went to college, ask them what it's like to go to college. Find somebody who is self-taught, ask them what it's like to be self-taught, and then make your own, decisions based off of those three people. And I think it's great to get those perspectives from all three. And just in general, everybody's going to have different thoughts on different topics. If you really want to get into this field, right, you have to do some form of work. Nobody, not even me, is going to be able to lay out every single thing on a platter, tell you every single thing that you need to know. Like, you're going to have to do some research, especially if you're coming into this with no technical background. Like, you got to do the work, okay? You have to do it. All right, so that is the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I'm posting every week, every Sunday. You'll get a new video from me, and I might boost it up to 2 a week. We'll see. Once I'm out of school, though, not right now. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.